This is from a member of the forums called Nexus777, and they're talking about taking into account the game and node mechanics, the limited fast travel, limited inventory space, and citizenship privilege in the game. They're thinking that AOC is hoping for you to settle and help locally rather than explore the world. They said that they really like traveling and adventuring to new places, and Verra is a great world to explore, as we can see here in the video, in the a very exciting Alpha 2 kind of hype trailer that they created, and a variety of other showcases they've done of different node systems. What are your thoughts about this, Manor? They're worried about feeling constrained, or would they have the freedom to explore and witness great things around the world?
Yeah, I thought this was super interesting because I had a discussion last night on a live stream where we were talking about caravan PvP, and we got into a bigger discussion about nodes and incentivization to join a node in order to progress your character and get gear and everything. But yeah, I was reading this and it's funny because I was thinking the same thing last night, like as we were going through it. I was like, yeah, they are incentivizing you to work together with people, but at the same time, like if you have connections with people to where you can get certain things crafted for you, maybe you don't want to be into artisan crafting, and like high-end master crafting isn't your goal. You don't really necessarily need to be locked down to a node in order to like complete your end game loop. And so yeah, why not travel around and explore everything? Like Nice and I have talked about it, but I really want to spend a little bit of time being a pirate. Like just like other games that I've played, we don't have a naval area. And so the fact that like over half this map is the open seas sounds really exciting to me. I won't really be locked down to a node at that point. I won't have people mad at me for me killing them in a PvP environment because it's full PvP all the time. And then there's also potential monsters that they haven't talked about out there. There's islands. And so I really, when I was reading this, I was like, yeah, I totally get it. Like the map is huge. And like we've been seeing the Riverlands for the last year now, and there's just so much more that they haven't shown us yet. And I feel like I'm in the same boat. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to see everything. I kind of want to see where everything is before I just like settle on a node. So
right.
Yeah. I'd have to say I agree. I want to see a lot of the world. I want to get out there and explore, see all the things. When I'm not actively raiding in most games, I would be running around exploring, checking things out, trying to complete the map, so to say, unlock all this stuff. Raiding is not so much a thing in Ashes, so I'm probably going to be doing a lot more exploration. But then again, crafting and whatnot might take up my time a little bit more too.
Sure.
So, I mean, yeah, I want to get out there and see all this stuff too, but I really think that Nexus 777 there might be right with just everything in the game is built around developing a community and sticking with it.
Yeah.
And not really doing the exploration thing. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
You can also see it as a negative thing in terms of guilds and group play too, because let's say you do take the time to go halfway across the world of Verra. Next thing you know, like your group is being attacked on stuff, and maybe like there's a raid of monsters happening. Maybe you're 2 hours out. There's no way you're gonna quickly get back. You're just going to have to slowly travel 2 hours and hope there's still something to be a part of. Or just say, F it, I'm already all the way out here.
Yeah,
you guys are on your own. I'm looking at flowers over here. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like I went over here and searched for more of those like bioluminescent night flowers that are only happening during spring,
Oh, sure.
And over here it's spring, and over there it's like, I don't know, summer or fall, so it's not like spring yet. So I don't know, because I mean that's another thing. Like, do you risk going all the way that way just to get more of the flower, or do you try to find somebody who's selling it during like off season, right? And then there's like a lot of risk and reward with that, while keeping it where you're not even remotely close to the things happening near your home.
Yeah, it's it's such a cool and intricate idea that they have, where you have, like you were just talking about, they have different resources to collect at night. They have seasonal resources and all these things. And it's like, I totally like, I'm the same way you guys are. I kind of like, my main thing is, I want to participate in a node, and I want to help build it up, and I want to work together with a group of people. But I'd be lying if I didn't want to also see everything else that they were making. I mean, they're clearly spending a lot of time on world design. Like it would be a shame to miss some of it, like that's how I kind of see it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see. Another one of these is, can I ask for one AFK task in Ashes of Creation?
Yeah, I saw that.
And this is from the Reddit. From 30K2. It says, I'm needing to know if there's any justifiable task to just click on and walk away for 10 to 15 minutes and come back. It would have to be something, I guess, that you can have in your inventory. I get to play video games at my job, and if I'm ever pulled away, it's about a max of 10 minutes. Making it where I can just start something up and walk away would make it where no time is wasted, or that I don't have to log off. Being called away is 100% random and could even happen 10 times over the 8 hours. And a few people were talking about, not wanting to fill the game with mindless junk, but that potentially the Profession stream we saw last year might hint at something like that. But what are your thoughts?
So this is tough because so I've never played a game that's had the AFK life skilling. Like that's how I kind of compare it. And I very well could be wrong. Like BDO, I think, has this where you can just do the AFK farming. I want to say Throne and Liberty has it, or they had it. And I can't remember if they got rid of it or not, but I don't know. I don't want to say I don't want to back out of the question, but I've never played a game where you just have like something where you could do an AFK task. So I can't.
What games have you played? He's like, that's a bigger question than you realize.
There you go.
Yeah.
To get more direct, have you played World of Warcraft?
I have not, no.
Oh, wow.
What
Okay.
about Final Fantasy?
No, I have not.
Okay.
KOTOR?
I have not. I know I'm getting judged really badly, right?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
No,
Not at
I'm
all.
just kidding.
These are just ones that are off the top of our heads that you
Sure.
can queue up a bunch of things to like craft, and you can step away for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like ESO had this for research, where you could research things to level things up, and it'd take an X amount of time, but you didn't need to be on your PC in order to do that. Like it would just run. It would run while it was going. Yeah, the most recent games I played Baldur's Gate. I played Elden Ring, New World, ESO, and then I play like Risk, but you can't be AFK for Risk either. So
yeah, I have no idea how New World works. I keep seeing you and Nice talking about it, but then I'm like, I have no idea.
Sure. Yeah. It just needs more content. Like that's the big issue it's suffering from right now. People get bored. It's recycled really quickly, and I don't know. It's fun for a bit. I'm still enjoying it, but like the people that played since the start, you can tell they're burnt out. Like they're waiting for the new stuff, and it has to come, or else they're probably not going to come back. So
yeah.
I have been meaning to get into World of Warcraft though. I do have a friend that told me that I could borrow his account, and like he could, get me on Discord, and he could talk me through how to play and everything. But I had other commitments first to do. But yeah, he's like, offers always open. Anytime you want to give World of Warcraft a shot, I'm happy to help you out. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So I might still get to that before Alpha 2, but we will see.
It's gonna be is there no one else first time playing WoW stream?
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
Hey, Nomad, welcome in.
I'll always say I enjoyed my time in WoW, but the biggest pain about it for all of my time, and the reason I can't play it anymore, at least, I mean, it's gonna be very hard to convince me to play it again. It's just the number of times where I've played it, and I got to a point where I'm like, all right, everyone's left again.
Yeah.
Let me try and find another group. No, I don't feel like finding another group. All right, tapping out. Or I got bored with something, or we hit like the end of that X pack and they had such repetitive mechanics for the end part of that game. Like there was a garrison thing where you could collect people basically as you quest.
Okay.
And earn them in game, and then you go back to your garrison, like your war table, and you send them all out to go fight things, and they level up, and they bring back items and money, and treasure for you, but then equipment for them also.
Yeah.
And that was one of those, like, you can set them to go out and explore and do things, and then you can just log out or whatever and come back like between 5 minutes and 5 hours later, and they've returned.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have fun with it as a first timer going into it. You probably enjoy it. It's actually a decent game.
I feel like 20 years of content, I might be able to get a lot with it. But yeah, I'm right there with you. I've kind of been in the same situation. Like there's some mechanics of certain games that just kind of grind my gears at this point. Where so the one that's happened more recently is so for the last 2 years, I've been trolling my Discord because a lot of people have played Elden Ring. They won Game of the Year. They're talking about how hard it is and how hard bosses were. And I never played it. Like I never beat it. But I would be like, oh yeah, that boss is easy. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I've just been giving them crap for a long time. And finally they're like, you have to play it and you have to beat it. Like you have to, And so I did, but one of their mechanics that they have is they have very difficult boss mechanics, but they have guaranteed drops on the boss. And that has opened my eyes so much to MMORPG, like low drop chance on different, on loot tables, as far as like really low drop chance goes. And I don't know, like, I just don't want to, I'm sure you guys have had it in World of Warcraft and other games, but where you have to sit at an NPC and just grind them off respawn rates for hours on end for like a part of like a weapon or a weapon itself or a material or something. And it's like, man, you guys are just farming the heck out of people's time with just a not so fun mechanic. It's not an enjoyable mechanic to partake in, to just sit there like an AFK click and try and get a light attack in to get these things. Like, let's have engaging moments to where, like, when you do win, you get the prize you should get for beating the content.
Yeah. Before I give my input, I'm going to catch up on what chat's saying real quick.
Sure.
So Chappie is saying, yeah, I think that's why we have node processing. Mad Hatter says new needs new content that last. I think we need pressure. Rocket says, oh man, 28 days per item to research tree is a pain in the ass in ESO especially.
Yeah. It was bad.
And then Mad Hatter says it's going to be hardcore as well. Nomad says, I'm with you for Vertec. Classic is still fun for me because iPhone 14 again, hardcore makes it good. And then Mad Hatter says, RuneScape be like.
Yeah.
And for me, I like the ability to be able like just set something and forget it and walk away. But the thing that I'm excited with Ashes is if that's something they let us have, I would also like the ability to actively work on it as well to potentially increase like quality or something like that. Something that allows you to kind of have that flexibility, because again, like, I mean, a lot, if you think about it, right, if it's geared towards older people, and this is mainly the joke that keeps happening with Sticano, being on any group chats, but it's like, it's geared to like, you know, people like later 20s and up and stuff like that. And, you know, that's a typical group of people who are starting to have families and starting to get super into their careers. And we're not 14 anymore who can just come home from school and grind on the video games all night and not worry about anybody else like having responsibility for. And so having these things where you can kind of set for a minute and walk away, swap out the laundry, get the dog some food, get yourself some food. You know, I think those are really important capabilities. Should it be in everything? No, I do like a very active game style. So watch me when he needs a job.
And yeah, I would basically agree with that too. And that's because I don't think proper MMOs are the place for like AFK things to exist. It feels cheap. It feels useless. Like if you can level or whatever while you're AFK, then why even have a game where you sit at a computer at all? Just put it on your phone, hit go, check in every once in a while like a little Tamagotchi and say, okay, look, I'm level 45. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the armor I'm wearing now. That's cool. All right. And then put it right back in your pocket and keep on walking. Just enjoy that you have a living creature on a game somewhere that you are not controlling. But,
right. I was like, I'm looking at you phone games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I like how the game values they're looking to make it value your time. So whether you have an hour or two in, whether you can play in the afternoon or whatever, it's like when you get in there, they're saying, hey, like this is gonna be rewarding, it's gonna be fun. Like the artists and crafting stuff looks awesome. Like it's not something I'm not normally like, that's not the main thing that I want to do, but everything I've seen, I'm like, wow, these are people that play games, they like this specific thing, and they show it through their work, and I think that's really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move us along if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're a little shorter on time. It's already 45 minutes in. So, the next topic is about main theme soundtracks for the different races and what would be your inspiration. And this particular person, as Kalan, who posted on the forums, is talking about like the Nikua having like a beachy summer feeling, like with a Little Mermaid. And they're just kind of wondering, like, what do you feel like would fit your character's vibes? And then Davey, of course, responds saying, I'm just happy waiting to hear what Bear McCreary themes end up being. But I don't know, just this is more of a fun topic. I was wondering if you guys happen to have an opinion on it.
Man, put me on the spot here.
I know. It's more of a Moana feeling. Yeah, I could see that, Mad Hatter.
Ooh.
We are a fan of Moana in this house, that's for sure. So,
Vecchi the War Drums. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Pirate, I feel like we're just more like that, like music by the river, relaxing audio with like nature sounds.
Just nature sounds.
Just nature sounds.
I know the song that I would like to be Vec, but not knowing more about their actual culture, I don't know if it'd be too hype and crazy for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
We were just talking about it in, I think it was in Guild Chat a little while back. It's a group called Safri Duo, or no, it was in the Ashes AOC discussion. That's right. But the song's called "Played Alive," and it's a bananas, like, I think they're bongos and toms and stuff, but it's a crazy drum track that turns into a heavy EDM dance song, and
cool.
it feels so like raw and primal at the same time as modern and like fun. I like it. It one of those that gets your blood pumping, but in a good way.
Yeah.
So this Yena War has this post with like a lot of different songs for different ones, and this Renkai one speaks to me.
Nice.
So I apologize for the tangent, but I loved the first season of Marco Polo. I thought the first season was fantastic, and then they just ended it. And so like when you have that your one favorite show and you turn on where they have the introduction and you never skip it because it's that good. The intro for Marco Polo was that was one of those for me where I just was always like, all right, like here we go. And so yeah, that's nice. Really good. That's a really good reference.
I'll have to look at that because I have no idea what that is.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good answer. Like I like songs that kind of get you going, and I think Bear McCreary is gonna do a great job at like really exciting people with the music and everything. So very much looking forward to hearing that.